All right, we got the first full coat of primer on the car. Turned out okay. Some spots here and there I'm a little iffy on, just with like trash and stuff. But overall, it looks fairly good. Sorry, the compressor's just blaring. Now, I didn't go like super extensive on the bodywork or anything. There are some spots on the car that are pretty heavy imperfections, such as this little spot right here. I don't even know if I can get you, if you can see it in the shade, maybe. Right there, you can kind of see it. In theory, a lot of the paint and stuff should hide some of these imperfections, but the color that we chose, the gun that I used for primer actually decided to explode internally. So I guess the needle or something snapped on the inside and it started spitting paint everywhere. And the next thing is just get this whole thing sanded down to 600-ish, and then I will have to go and pick up the paint and we will be pretty much good to go. Now, you'll find out here in a little bit, but I want you guys to guess what you think the color is right now in the comments. I'll give you a hint. It is a Nissan OEM color. You should be able to guess it. Day 2, and we got the paint, stopped at O'Reilly's and just had them mix it up, but I'm too curious, so we gotta crack it open and see. I actually did a story on Instagram, so if you didn't see that, make sure you're following Instagram, to see who could guess what color this actually was gonna be. Only like 3 or 4 of you actually got it, and I gave you 2 hints that it was a Nissan paint code and it was a purple shade. Let's check this out. Oh my god, that's fucking sick. Hold on. Oh my, yeah, that's gonna hit. God damn. All right, let's get the primer on the KBD kit. Talking about that because there's some shit to go over with if you've never done it, and I want to get to spraying this. So I've already scuffed up and prepped these bumpers. I'll go over that in a second, but literally all I'm doing right now is they've just been sitting in the shop, so I kind of want to clean them, degrease them with some Dawn wash, and get as much of the gunk that's just been piling up on it. We'll get to acetone, prepping it, and it should be good to go. If you're wondering why I'm using Dawn dish soap, because it's a degreaser. But one thing I do want to note is whenever you are doing these KBD kits, a lot of the times they'll come like a very shiny black, and that's obviously because there's a bunch of chemicals in it whenever they do the mold, and it gets baked down into the plastic. The way the instructions tell you is to scrub it with essentially Comment, like bleach, with like a Brillo pad and stuff like that. I do that to start off, preferably with warm water if you can, but that just gets like the top layer of chemicals off, and then essentially you want to come back and hit it with a DA on about 180 grit and really dig down into the plastic like this essentially. So if it still kind of looks like this, where it's like really shiny, that's not it. There's still way too much chemicals in it. You really want it to look dull and gray like this. That way you know it'll actually stick very well. And I don't even use any flex additive or anything in the paint either. If you do the prep right and it has a good surface to stick to, it should flex with the bumper anyways. You know, either a SEM primer or what I'm about to use is the Polyvance. I guess that's how you say it at least. Do your prep right, you won't have issues with paint. Now these gotta dry, and then I'll get to prepping these completely with some acetone and stuff, and we'll get to shooting the primer. All mixed up, I'm just gonna start shooting this. Yeah, there's really nothing to say. If you wanna learn how to paint, don't come ask me. See this is actually, obviously there was still some more chemical in there that I would have never been able to know, but it'll be fine. It's on the end. I'm just hoping there's none on the actual surface still. So fingers crossed, because this shit sucks to sand off. Yeah, we're good. It's just this end. You'll have that a lot. I kept having it no matter how much I scraped it up on the last kit too. I don't know what it is about the ends, but it may just be where it all collects. Who fucking knows? I'm no science genius or anything. Now it's time to check out the paint. So if you don't know what color this is the LG1. It's a lavender frost metallic from Nissan. Essentially a lot of S13s back in the day came with this color, and it is just an extremely good purple. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get some of this mixed up, and fingers crossed everything goes beautifully. There's no runs, there's no hiccups, I don't miss nothing. lays down smooth because I'm using a new gun that I've never tried, but it seems to be way better quality. I don't know. We'll see. Also, I've never seen this color on a Z, so I hope it looks good. Coat number 1 down. Third, final day of spraying the car to its whole new look. We have a little bit of a problem because we still got to do the flake in the clear, which has not shown up yet. According to Amazon, it's about 3 stops away. But so far, color has turned out phenomenal. Our inside, it's hard to tell because the lighting sucks in there, but out here, this shit hit. It looks really good. We're gonna go ahead and clean things up, and Amazon should show up here in a second. We already got the clear. We already got everything else we need. So, and on top of that, I have a flight that leaves for Arizona in like 18 hours, something like that. So we are just using some U-POL, just some basic clear that you can get from O'Reilly's. I used this whenever I did the kit last year, or the KBD kit last year, whenever I just painted it white, and it seemed to work pretty well. So now we are dealing with quite a bit of humidity right now, given it's about 80% humidity in Tennessee. So that may play some factors into this and how it lays down. I really hope not, but we shall see. And luckily, the flake that we're using is a lot smaller. It should go really well and not leave quite a surface on the surface. Dude, after that clear, the car turned out absolutely incredible. Now, sadly, I do have some rather unfortunate news when it comes to the car. So before I get into that, let's go ahead and just show you some of the footage of what the car actually looks like. So now that you've seen the car fully, let me know what you think of the color that I chose for one, and then on top of that, let me know about the tint, not only on the headlights, but the windows. I went ahead and left one of the headlights just so that we could see what it looks like and everything, but just to go over the circumstance we are in with the car, because it's dirty for one, it's sitting in the shop, and it's not getting driven, and it didn't even make a full lap at Polecat. So long story short, last year at Polecat, I ran into an instance on the final lap where I actually blew a bunch of oil out of the catch can, and I figured, you know, maybe it would be fine. It's not that big of a problem. Maybe just had some blow by, whatever the circumstance was. As of right now, we have a blown motor on our hands. Sad time for the RB and 350Z, especially after just finishing the paint. New Conce 7 wheels that just came in that we just put on the car as well. This car has just been an absolute headache from the very beginning. This car is not going to go into retirement or anything like that, but we are going to put this car on the back burner for a little bit so that we can really dial in this swap. Now, that doesn't mean I'm done driving. That means the driving will slow down, but I will say I do have a tiny secret that I've been keeping from you guys. There is something new coming. You'll have to, I guess, wait and see in the next episode, but something that possibly would get a swap in the future. I kind of want to prove that even in today's time with the expensive car market and expensive parts, tariffs, all this stuff, that it is still possible to put together a budget drift car that works. So although this is a pretty sad video for the RB, I will say there is some good stuff to look forward to. So make sure you are sticking around for that, and I'll see you in the next one.